Hi everybody and welcome, my name is David Lees, and in this video I'm going to talk through my long-awaited Grapple deck. I play the Transformers trading card game, and ever since I've started sort of playing, I play solo, so I play Goldfish against myself, but I was always intrigued by Grapple's abilities and how to build a deck around him. Grapple will start with vehicle mode, since it's there. When you flip to this mode, you may discard your hand. If you do, and those cards have battle icons of exactly 4 different colours, do 4 damage to an enemy. Now there's a challenge. If you can get 4 different coloured icons into your hand, flip Grapple to vehicle mode, you do 4 damage. Straight through, without having to worry about pierce or anything like that. So that's one to look at. And then in bot mode, when this battles and you flip icons of exactly 4 different colours, this gets +4 attack and +4 defence until end of turn. So another very tempting prospect to get an additional 4 attack and 4 defence, based on if you can flip 4 different colours. So saw this as a challenge and looked at the cards and tried to work out which combination would work best. So first of all, the characters. So Grapple is a 12-star, so he's not cheap. But if you can get his ability working, definitely one to look at. I've partnered Grapple with Red Alert. So this is Private Red Alert from Wave 3. When you flip to this mode, repair 1 damage from one of your characters, yes. But in bot mode, when this attacks and you flip at least white, orange and blue, this gets +3 attack until end of turn. So you can see there's some relation, some connection between the two. If you can get multiple pip colours into your deck, then you can probably trigger Grapple and trigger Red Alert. So that's the challenge. I've always preferred the multicolour deck rather than straight orange, straight blue or whichever, which seems to me to lack any real skill and finesse. It's just straight hammer. So trying to work out the best cards to use. And then 12 for Grapple, 9 for Red Alert, correction, 7 for Red Alert, that's 19. And next on my character team is Silverbolt with 5. When you flip at least 1 white, orange and blue, you flip him to bot mode, which has 1 better attack, but when you flip to this mode you do 1 damage to an enemy. So 1 cheeky damage straight off if you can get an attack in Silverbolt in plain mode, flip the 3 icon colours, flip you at the end of turn, flip him to bot mode and do 1 extra damage. Do 1 damage to an enemy straight off. So definitely worth looking at. So you can see I've tried to build my deck in a way that makes sense, that uses all those options with the multicoloured deck. That takes me to 24 stars. 12 plus 7, 19, plus 5 is 24. And so in order to get things rolling, Fuel Cache, which has all 3 icons. It's a star card, takes me to 25. Useful to have in the deck when I'm trying to flip, but also reveal the top 3 cards of your deck if you play it. If they include at least white, orange and blue, put them all into your hand. We'll see, especially for Grapple's vehicle mode skill, you want to have plenty of cards in your hand to get those 4 different colours. So lots of draw, lots of bold, lots of tough, lots of trying to maximise the number of times you can actually get all those abilities working for each of the 3 robots, and to the 3 Transformers, and for Fuel Cache as well. So, my deck, here we go, 40 cards, lots and lots of bold as you expect. We'll start with the weapons upgrade, 3 Power Sword, put on melee characters only. So, Grapple is a melee character in both modes, as is Private Red Alert. So yeah, they work nicely for those 2. Silverbolt is ranged, but he's a smaller character, focusing primarily on the other 2. So bold 3 for melee characters. Power Punch next, that takes me to 6 in total, 7. And that is bold 3 for anybody, so that's a weapons upgrade that gives bold 3. And then of course, as you might expect, the mirror versions for tough. So body armour is melee only, +3, and I've got 3 of those. Evasive manoeuvres is tough 3, can go on anybody, but when the upgraded character defends you scrap the card, so it doesn't last. So that's 2 of those. Next one is one I really like for various reasons. This is extra padding. Extra padding has 2 icon colours. We'll see plenty of those. It has the blue and the green. Yeah, I went with green as my 4th colour rather than black. This is a long-standing deck and I don't have enough PS cards with the black icon to make it work just yet. But extra padding, you can have 3 extra paddings to fit in 1 armour slot. So you get tough 1, tough 2, tough 3. And if you play 1, you have the opportunity to play the other 2 as well if you have them in your hand. So blue and green means I have extra pips. Having 3 of them means I've got 3 upgrades on 1 slot, which comes in really useful. Looking at my actions next, and it's going to be about draw. You need to get lots and lots of draw to get Grapple's skill working. If you're constantly scrapping your hand, you constantly need to draw back into it. Plenty of upgrades in this deck, as we've seen. So treasure hunt. Treasure hunt, scrap the top 4 cards of your deck. All upgrades scrapped in this way go into your hand. So there we are. That comes in really useful. So there's the top 4 cards. Next is incoming transmission. Draw 2 cards and put 1 on top of your deck. So you get draw, which we need for Grapple's ability, and then effectively a plan. So you can start to get things working for all of the robots in turn. Similarly, secret dealings. It's a wave 2 card, has white and green, lots and lots of white in this deck as we'll see. So you draw a card and then plan 1, you can put 1 on top of your deck so that you know when you're attacking or defending, you know what the top card's going to be, and will probably have white in it to get extra cards getting drawn. So draw and plan, which is really useful. I mentioned extra padding earlier, 3 upgrades in 1 slot, comes in really useful when you're getting equipment enthusiast rolling. White card, which we like, white icon card, draw a card for each of your upgrades. So lots of draw again, refilling your hand, replenishing your hand all the time. And if you've got multiple upgrades in 1 slot, then you're going to get more cards into your hand, which is absolutely ideal. The next action is escape route. Flip 1 of your characters from bot to alt mode. Useful if you want to recharge Silver Bolt, get it ready to come back at a later date or a later turn, to go from bot mode back into alt mode, so that when he attacks you can then flip him back again and do the damage if you can get his ability to fire. So that's useful. Also with Grapple, you need to be flipping him when you discard your hand to get that 4 damage. It also has white and green, so multiple pips again. And the last action, one that I'm sure you're expecting to see in a deck that requires lots of flipping, is Supercharge. So 1 of your characters gets bold 3 until end of turn. So there you go. Lots of bold, lots of extra cards being flipped, lots of opportunities for the bots to get their abilities to trigger. On finally to the utilities and a remaining weapon. The utilities, spare parts. This is basically because it's white and green, but if opponents, so we have spare parts. Scrap this card instead of a utility or a weapon or an armour. Datapad, which is plan, which we know we're definitely going to need. When it attacks, draw a card and put a card from a hand on top of your deck. Absolutely brilliant and very useful. 3, so that's 1 each. And the 40th card is Dismantling Claw. Simply blue and green. I just needed it to even up the numbers. So that's my Grapple deck. Dismantling Claw being the 40th battle card. So there we are. Please let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just glad to have got this finally built and recorded, so I can now go and work on my next deck. I'll keep that as a secret for now. But there's the 40 cards, Silver Bolt, Red Alert, Grapple, and finally got a chance to show you all my Grapple deck. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, stay safe.